This could be good. Dave, we talk about all the time that more times than not, throughout the afternoon and throughout the evening, in this case of racing, the kids put up some of the most entertaining, fun races to watch. It doesn't. The smaller the vehicle, sometimes the more action.
Well, they're the stars of the show for sure because of the future of motorsports. Speaking of the future, the green flags in their future. There it is. The Optima battery says green, green, green. And it looks like Granke and Gibbs there out front.
Still side by side, yeah.
And great to see that 23 number flying again out in short course, but in this case, the 223 of Granke.
Looks like the outside's pulling the whole shot. That would be Samuel Gibbs. And a little bit different configuration. If you've watched us here at Victorville in the past, the track has changed up actually quite a bit with the banking. We're going 3 wide into turn number 3 in the infield. Let's see who that is on the inside. Making the issue, pushing the issue. Side-by-side racing for the point, coming into the final corner.
And it looks like Brixton Worth back in 4th place right now, trying to shoot up in there. See him back there with the black and green, but I'm trying to get an eye on the green and blue in 3rd. But it's going to be the 297 there out front.
Ian Torphy from outside of row 2.
Right where he left off at round number 3.
Yeah, exactly. So Samuel Gibbs right now running that second spot. Brixton Worth, Ian Torphy falls back to 4th, and top 5 would be Michael Scafuto. And this is something else we talk about all the time, Dave. It's like the lap 2, 3, and 4. They start to stretch out. They start to separate a little bit. And then something happens later on in the race, and they start grouping back up again. And right now, the only battle we're actually seeing would be back there in that 4th and 5th spot.
That's right. 10 laps make up the distance here. 9 laps remaining. And you talked about that race within the race, the comp caution, the halfway point, where they're going to go ahead and group them back together, and we're going to see the second half of racing. But Torphy, the man out front, that lead he's starting to gain is not going to last for long if he stays there in the position after that comp caution. He's going to have to dap it again. So Samuel Gibbs, McClellan in that 3rd position, Brixton Worth, and it looks like Granke running 4th right now, followed by Penelope Scafuto, Michael Scafuto Jr., and looks like Shipley Hayes there. And I believe Shipley, the daughter of Larry Hayes. So a lot of other, and of course we're going to see big Michael Scafuto later on in Pro Buggy. He's got both his kids racing in this one. And of course Samuel Gibbs, the younger brother of Trey Gibbs, a pro light driver, is competing at Champ Off-Road this weekend.
Well, and right there's a perfect example of how much this is a family-oriented sport. You got 2 kids racing in their respective classes and dad racing in his.
Yes.
And what is near and dear to my heart, and I often think about it now because I can look back at the same thing when I was growing up, the memories that dad is making for the kids, that memories that mom and dad are making for these kids. They're going to remember this, maybe not when they're 20, 18, but when they're 40, 45, and 50, and they'll value how their parents brought them up in a scenario like this.
And the time they got to spend together as a family, that's so true. And I mean, earlier on in qualifying, we saw the grandma Miller jump in. So she's got 5 grandkids, and the husband, race. I mean, it's so cool to see that, and that just shows there's 3 generations hanging out.
So as we swing back to the racing action, it looks like we got a pretty good battle running for that 2nd and 3rd spot now between Sam Gibbs and Brixton Worth.
And this is a battle that is not far from the last round. We saw that. Torphy, of course, up top. Gibbs and Worth battled it out there, waiting for Granke to get up in the mix there. We're going to see at the competition caution when that comes along there. But Caden Granke in the 223, that SC Fuels machine.
So as they come out of that final turn, headed for the front straightaway, man, the gap between 2nd and 3rd is shrinking as Brixton is virtually on that back bumper. You can see it right there via our drone. How about the drone pilots?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's really cool to see. I mean, you can see Wirt right up in his bumper, and that drone gave you that perspective that you would not normally see from a track camera. This is right up in person.
Well, you see 2 different things. As it looks like there's going to be side-by-side racing. Let's see. No, there's still nose to tail. But you got to see the condition of the track. As low as the pilot, right there, you can see how that track is. They're going to the corner. Very little, if any, dust is being kicked up. And that's a credit to the entire track crew that's been working. We took an hour break between qualifying and now They didn't. The track crew didn't. They're out there, and look at that. Just absolutely stunningly perfect track conditions.
Well, we had George Hamill up, and he talked about it's like chocolate cake, and of course we made the reference. You always got a food reference with George. But he's true, because Calvin, you know, as they watered, he worked into the dirt there, and I see a caution flag's coming out here. We're going to get him. But getting back to that thought, it's getting the moisture worked into the dirt so it stays in the dirt, not just sits up on top. Otherwise, it gets greasy. Well, we're going to line it back up. Torfey, Wirt, Gibbs, Granke, McClellan, Michael Scafudo, Penelope Scafudo, and Lily Shapley Hayes. Or Shipley.
You're having a hell of a time, aren't you?
Yes, that's the Shipley. There we go. Well, you can see that Honda Talon, that four-seater, the crew Talon there, leading around.
Now, see, this is the competition yellow we talk about all the time, and for some of the fans that may not have tuned in before, or other fans that are not aware of this, it was instituted back in 2007, I believe it was. Maybe 2006, actually. I think you're right. You're going there. And it was to create strategy, vehicle setup, first half or second half. Where do you think your car is going to be best set up for? The track conditions and how they change. But also to prevent a runaway. Yes. Who wants to sit up in the stands and see somebody almost lap the field, which at the time was happening in certain circumstances with guys like Rob McCaffrey and Johnny Greaves and Scott Taylor and Walker Evans. Sometimes they were creating a runaway and they were almost lap the field. Well, this took care of that. And it added so much entertainment value to the entire race.
More drama.
Exactly. Yeah. And at first, nobody really liked it. But then the second race, everyone got it. They fell in line. They fell in love with it. Now, here's the other thing, too. We talk about the starting zone. Those two orange cones, they're about, 100 feet apart?
And that's where they're going into now.
As soon as they touch that first cone, the leader controls the pace. He can start anywhere he wants inside that orange zone. If he holds him to the very second cone, he can do that.
Yeah.
But as soon as he accelerates anywhere in there, that's when the flag man watches him real close. As soon as he accelerates, he throws that green flag, and the rest of the field goes off.
And there's a great example. We got to watch it as the rear-facing camera from Brixton Wirt on Samuel Gibbs there. And look at this battle, a great overhead shot as we see them battling for that fourth position. Top three have kind of established themselves with Torfey, Wirt, and Gibbs.
We had a car go around. Let's see, I believe, or is that two got around? Hooked up.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, two cars got together and were forced around. But here's an example. Okay, we're taking care of a situation there. We got racing going on right here on the track. And off to the side, you can see the track crew is working on a portion of the track that's not being used until later on today.
The large new addition.
The larger course, yeah. So this track crew is like thinking straight ahead, completely, totally on it. And that's a credit to this whole bunch here.
Yeah, not often do I hear, when I go down for the podium interviews, I hear a lot of the drivers that thank Kelvin for out there and the work he does. And it's so important for the driver to really like the track, to have a good flow. Lee's designed it, helped build it, get it built, and then Kelvin and the water truck crew is maintaining it, and that's what's so impressive.
Tell you, Granke and Gibbs are having a pretty good battle right now for that top spot. And there'll be 2 laps remaining this time by, 2 laps remaining.
Well, actually, we got Torfey in lead, Wirt, Gibbs, Granke right on the butt of Gibbs. And then you got Penelope Scafudo has moved up, and so is Shipley Hayes. And look at Michael Cafuto's dropped back just a little bit. And McClellan. Wow.
2 laps remaining for Torfey and Wirt and the rest of the field. But I'm really, really, really starting to like, especially at this track, the drone shots, because you're seeing the different lines that they're taking, specifically the top 2. The leader's got the preferred line. Wherever he wants to go, he can go. But then you're seeing the second place car of Wirt, and he's trying everything. He's a little outside there. He tries ducking the inside here. Now he wants to swing outside. He had momentum, and he could have gone to the outside, but you saw our leader kind of squirt maybe 1.5 feet or so to the outside. I won't say blocking, but kind of. A
little bit of an alligator tail there, too.
Yeah,
He's trying to move over a block like you were talking about. And it's like, ooh, hey, little traction lost.
And to be honest with you, Torfey's got the lead, obviously, but Wirt is learning right now. He is learning where his car is the fastest, where he gains ground on our leader, and where he loses ground on our leader. And there's a good shot of Gibbs coming around that final corner as well as the white flag comes out one more time around for all the competitors in the AM Ortega JR1 Kart division. But look at this right here. This is a battle for the win.
Yeah, keeping an eye on this one for sure, with another battle back there with looks like Gibbs and Caden Granke. But this one, man, I'll tell you, it's about Ian Torfey and Brixton Wirt battling in the points.
I can't help but think that Wirt, it's like pulling teeth right now to let his car, let it go to the outside, keep that momentum up, because that's the longer way around. And it's like trying to tell somebody that could work, give it a try, especially in this scenario. You don't want to go to the outside. You can't convince them. As there's one turn remaining for the checkered flag, Dave.
All right, they come around here. You can see Ian Torfey with a good line coming around the inside through the fingers. Wirt in tow. Here we go. And the checkered flag comes out for Ian Torfey. Brixton Wirt gets second. And it looks like it's going to be Samuel Gibbs coming across with the 215 in that third position, followed by Granke as he makes his appearance. Penelope Scafuto. I really like how that family's carried that paint scheme along there. 211 Lily Shapley Hayes. And we can see Michael Scafuto makes his appearance there, as well as McClellan will round out our field here. And I'm going to go ahead, Scott, and head down, talk to Torfey, Wirt, and Gibbs.
And here we have the unofficial finishing results. In that 8th spot will be Cooper McClellan. 7th will be Michael Scafuto. Lily Shipley Hayes will finish 6th. Our top 5 consists of the 212, Penelope Scafuto. 4th, Caden Granke. Samuel Gibbs will finish on the podium in that 3rd spot. Brixton Wirt. 2nd, the 241. And our winner in round 4 of the Great American Short Course with the 297 of Ian Torfey. As Dave makes his way trackside to talk to our top 3 finishers, they're crawling outside their cars. And if you look closely, you can see how they are so belted in right now. The fire suits head to toe, the gloves, the helmets, the head and neck restraints. They are very, very much safer than if they were playing Pee Wee football, as our top 3 finishers are working their way up to the podium right now.
All right, here they are. Give it up for Samuel Gibbs, Brixton Wirt, and Ian Torfey. Dude, good run out there. I know you were battling, holding on to 3rd there, Samuel.
Yeah. I was in 2nd. I was battling with Brixton for the 2nd place spot.
Yeah, and then you got shuffled back, and then it was like going to protection mode.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yep.
What was your favorite turn out there?
Probably that turn. Probably that turn.
You like it coming out of turn 1 right there?
Yeah.
Keep that momentum up?
Yep.
Well, do you got some people to thank, bud?
Yeah. My spotter, Shaden, my mom, my dad, Steve, Mike, Garrett, KB Engineering, my grandma, and everybody else who sponsors me.
Give it up for Samuel Gibbs, everybody. A great job there. Brixton Wirt, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Did you have a good race?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, you were battling up there. I know you and Samuel battled for a while, and then you had your eyes set on Ian.
Yeah.
Where were you going? Are you trying to look for another line when you were out there, or are you just like going, you don't want to screw up?
I try to find another line and not try to screw up. I just try to keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth, you know? Yeah, that's the thing is you don't want to like overdrive, make a mistake, and then you're off the podium, right?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the race, though?
Turn 1.
Man, everybody's like at turn number 1. They must have did a good job on it, huh?
Yeah.
You got some people to thank, buddy?
Grom, OGO, Boxo, Pro Eagle, my dad, Coach Troy, my mom, and that's it.
Give it up for Brixton Wirt, everybody, with an incredible performance here. But, boy, he's got that momentum going. And how about this? A complimentary 8-hour lift ticket to Mountain High. So cool. You got the cool first place trophy. You got the chocolate milk. And Ian Torfey, tell me about your race.
It was a fun race since the start.
You like that, rumping up there? Talk about the start there and then again on the restart, because you had 2 starts in there and you had a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure because everyone behind us, front, and everywhere.
Everybody. So what was your favorite part of the track there?
Probably the 3 whoops back there.
Like the whoops, huh?
Yeah.
I like whoops too. They're pretty fun. Well, I know you got some people to thank for this win, my friend.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Hi Mom, Walker Evans, Racing, Sparko, Troy Adams, Hoosier Tires, Rugged Radios, K&N, Gas, and my mom and dad and my family.
Give it up for this young man, Ian Torfey, right there. And how about Samuel Gibbs, Brixton Wirt, and Ian Torfey. But folks, don't go anywhere. We got something we're going to do real quick. We're going to go ahead and have Ian Torfey. You got a Sharpie there? Ian, how about we get you to autograph this and you throw it out to the crowd or give it to somebody in the crowd? Because this could be down the road. I'm going to get your last name too? There we go. So they know who it is. Give it a good thwing. Wow, look at that. Oh. There you go, my friends. Good job, guys. All right, the kid's got an arm, too. So that's a future autograph to hold on to because these kids are